What the hell? My new watch on Prezi, diamonds on spaghetti. Pop outside with that sauce spaghetti. Bad hoes in the telly. What the hell? I get bad hoes naked. Bad hoes give me baggy. What the hell? Bad hoe call me daddy, but I ain't a fucking daddy. What the hell? New bitch out of Jersey. I might buy her Birkin. What the hell? Girl, your boyfriend nerdy. He a bump for certain. What the hell? Bae, I'm young and rich. Big dude boy is splurging. What the hell? Heard I fuck this bitch. Got this bitch ass lurking. What the hell? Diamonds on spaghetti. Bad hoes give me Becky. What the hell? Wrist on Prezi, necklace on spaghetti. What the hell? I don't know no Jackson. I know Ben Franklin. What the hell? Gotta take my pills. I get too cranky. What the hell? In that S5, in that S80. What the hell? How you going drills and I can still make it? What the hell? Send them straight to hell. Neighbors came playing. What the hell? I don't bought his life. Bitch, keep going take it. What the hell? In that new Chevelle. This one ain't basic. What the hell? Like a deadbeat. Obbers ain't make it. What the hell? I'm like Rip Flair. If it's beat bacon. What the hell? I'm like Keenan Kel. If the trap shaking. What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell? What the hell, Yante? What the hell, he on? What the hell, he Barry? What the hell, he Cyrus? What the hell, he Braun James? What the hell, he Burton? What the hell, he Braun James? What the hell, he Cyrus? What the hell, he Cyrus? What the hell, he? What the hell, he? What the hell? What the hell?
Good day, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to an episode of Ball Talk. I don't know if you can hear it, but there's a bit of an echo. I'm like on the highest floor in whatever building I stay at. And like the reverberation is kind of crazy. Not gonna lie. The NBA Finals, like this is game 7. We haven't had game 7 in 9 years. So it is one hell of an NBA Finals to begin with. Obviously, some games have been less competitive than others, but in general, I would say this has been a 10 out of 10 NBA Finals, at least since I started watching basketball. Okay. Tyrese going out to play, first off, have to give him his props. Like, I think he's going to suffer what he's done to his leg at some point next season if he doesn't take care of it during the off season and get some work done on it. But at the end of the day, you have to appreciate a player that puts his all, that gives himself out to whatever team, whatever franchise he wants to be a part of. Like, today he had a good game. I think, in my eyes, this is only his second good game, maybe third at max. If you stretch out one of the few games he had where he shot 43%. This is basically his second best game of the NBA Finals. And he's had 2, maybe 3 good games in the NBA Finals. But like, they needed, his team is down 3-2. You need the win to force game 7. And they did. Valiant effort. TJMcconnell, you always be alright in this community. TJ, Nemhard, Neesmith, Pascal, especially Pascal. I think if they win the series in 7, Pascal takes the finals MVP. Like, it's just been so crazy to watch. Like, we haven't had an NBA Finals this go to 7 in 10 years. Like, half of the people on Twitter haven't watched a game, haven't watched a game 7 in the finals ever. Like, it's crazy, like, when you think about it, like, the effects and the levels we're at. Now, to just try and quickly analyze the game, I would say, like, in the first, it was pretty, like, you still couldn't tell who was going to win. You'd think it could still sway either way, but by the end of the first half, I think everyone had an idea that the Pacers would have to blow this lead, blow this game in order to lose. And that is something that I think they can walk away with encouragement, because after they lost games, they lost to go 2-2 and then down 3-2. It seems like they were defeated. Obviously, Tyrese didn't have the best of games, but like, they had a chance today to show the world, to show themselves, prove to themselves that they're good enough to win this NBA championship. They're good enough. Tyrese came out with his injury and all and said, yeah, I'm good enough to win an NBA championship. And he did. He came out and he showed everyone why he deserves this opportunity, why the Pacers deserve to be taken seriously. Credit to TJ and Nemhard. They play with so much defensive intensity. I won't say Tyrese as well. This is too much Tyrese praise. But yeah, they all play like they know where they are. They know they're in the finals. They know they're in the playoffs. They know this is the pinnacle of the sport. And they know coming back again next year is probably going to be harder than getting here right now. So they know everyone's going to start taking them extra seriously. Everyone's whoever wins has a massive target on their back, but whoever loses it just has almost as big a target, but with less of the positives. Because now you're a loser in the finals, and you still have to deal with the scheming and teams plotting against you, and then obviously the second apron coming up as well. So yeah, it's pretty good to see that, and it's good for the sports when we have teams that compete. 7 in the NBA Finals. I am hyped, bro. But yeah, SGA today wasn't his best game. To be fair, like I'm not gonna criticize him. I think if the series ends today, he probably takes home the Finals MVP. If this was 2015 and he was Wardell, he's losing the Finals MVP to J Dub. But I think Shai at the end of the day has edged it. At some point, you just have to give respect to whom respect is due. Give to Caesar what belongs unto Caesar. Like, he's the best player on the team. And he's been the best every game. Even the games that he's played bad, he's been the best player on the team regardless. Like, today, for instance, he had... How many points did he have? Let me try to remember. He had 21 points. Shot 47%. But 7 for 15 ain't that bad. 7 for 8 from the line. Jalen Williams obviously shot worse and had less points as well. So less shots and shot worse. So yeah, Shai I think has been the best player regardless of how he's played on OKC. So it's like you gotta respect Shai and all, but like today's game again, OKC don't pass the ball. Like as much as an offense at this level should. A 64-18 team shouldn't be struggling. Like you shouldn't be. What's the word I'm looking for? It shouldn't be difficult to incorporate passing, moving the ball around. Because it gets to a point where you're like, okay, what is the situation in Oklahoma where they struggle so much against Indiana's defense, where they're so against, not just against passing, but like limiting the offense to one-on-one actions, or just like someone said, go at him cuz offense, like you get him. Where it's like, I'm directing you, you go score. Pass the ball, you go score. Obviously, the MVP of the NBA, the best player in the NBA, will probably get the advantage of that matchup majority of the time. But it's like, at what point is it not viable? Like, it works and all, yes, but like, you don't see it as like a game changer. You don't see it as like what's the word? You don't see it as something you should continuously go to if you're trying to win a game, or if you're trying to win a series especially. And I think it's been exposed time and time again in this series, but OKC are just... I think the margin for error with OKC is a lot more because of how good of a team OKC can be when they're playing well. So regardless of how bad you think the offensive scheme is, if the players are scoring, it's still going to work, right? And I think that has been the biggest issues with that. Although a couple games ago they tried changing up the system, but oftentimes when they fall back into holding on to these old habits, that's when it gets bleak. That's when it gets kind of tough, kind of rough for OKC. But yeah, to give like props to who props to be given to, Siakam, 16, 13, and 3. Obviously, he didn't shoot the best, but man, I think this was his game. In my opinion, I think he's a Finals MVP. I think he's put in the most for this team, and I think he's forced the team back. Yeah. So the Haliban has a new captain in Pascal Siakam, I would say, because he's really been inaugural is not the word. He's really been integral to this team's success in recent years, especially since they traded him. Actually, it's been an upward trend for Indiana since they got him, and especially in the playoffs. Pascal was a playoff riser. I know that tag is a bit weird, where you can get away with playing bad in the regular season just because you're now a playoff riser. So everyone is paying you millions of dollars for you to play playoff basketball. But yeah, I think he's good in the regular season. He's good in the playoffs. And yeah, he loves the spin move, but if it works, if it ain't broke, don't fix it, right? So yeah, Pascal, TJ McConnell, man. This guy goes out on the floor, does what he's supposed to do, gives every single ounce to what he's supposed to do. Last game, I wasn't able to record. That is my bad. I feel so terrible. I had some stuff in school, so I had to focus up for it. And then I missed that game. And it's kind of weird because it was like a 3 day period or 2 days, whatever the same period is between NBA Finals games. So it's kind of weird. And it seems like I didn't want to record because OKC won. But I really am not against OKC winning. But yeah, that's what I was saying. CJ gave you 12 points, but 12 of the best points you probably could get from anyone. He shot 46%. He shot 50%, and he went 50%, like 6 for 12. No threes attempted, because that's not what he does, and 0 for 2 from the free throw line. Especially in game 5 when he forced the Pacers back for a while, up until the fourth quarter when it was a 2 point game, and then OKC just blew him out. Like, he's been a catalyst for the good things that have been happening in Indiana. His energy, his defensive presence, his defensive awareness, his offensive awareness, like just good things being put together over time to provide Indiana with a winning solution. I don't know. Seems kind of pretty good, right? Seems pretty good. It's kind of stupid, but yeah, you get my point. So the team comes together. You need a defensive stopper or someone that can combat the defensive. Be your side's Dort, your side's Alex Caruso. With obviously he's not as physical as Lou Gentz Dort. Man, okay. This is a weird tangent, but Lou Dort is so physical, bro. I need him to be ejected in like the second quarter, third quarter of a game. Bro, like you play good defense as it is. You're strong as it is. There's no reason to be impeding motions, impeding players, and not getting called. He does it way too often, bro. I don't know, man. Like, it's crazy. But yeah. TJ, shout out TJ, shout out Andrew Nemhard, shout out Obi Toppin, shout out Nesmith, shout out Shepard, and shout out Tyrese. Yeah. In other news, the Valkyries beat the Indiana Pacers today. I think kind of a rough game for CC. I'm pretty sure she's bouncing back, giving you a cool 25 next game. But like today was like I'm not a Valkyrie supporter. I watch WNBA as like a neutral. Obviously, I have my favorite teams in like the Lynx, the Wings, and obviously since I'm a Golden State Warriors fan, I'll try to support the Valkyries. But like I can't really choose. So today was like the first time I'd watched the Valkyries game like from beginning to end, and it was a pretty good atmosphere. Like you can see the tempo change from the moment oh my gosh, from the moment a player on the team like did like a spin move. It wasn't called, so she did the spin move. I think took an extra step, laid it up. It wasn't called, so like from then on the crowd was like, yeah, because they were missing shots for like a good 2-3 minutes, and it was like getting pretty quiet in there. And then spin move, make. And she comes down the court again, looks off a good pass, goes in, lays it up. Now she's hyped. Everyone's yeah. Like it's crazy, man. Like the atmosphere, especially at Valhalla, I think that's what they're calling it, is so awesome, man. Like I think Valhalla is one flipping hell of a name, man. And like I don't know, man. If I had a team to support, like I had to choose one, I think I'm going with the Valkyries. Like obviously you want success, but like there's no way the Valkyries don't win in the next 10 years since I could start. But yeah, women's basketball is pretty cool too. And it's pretty awesome, man. Like the Mercury won today against the Liberty. Liberty have been taking quite a fair bit of uncharacteristic L's since they like of late. They're the best team in the league, I think, I feel. But like they've taken also some like the Fever, who are like 6-6 right now. I think they are 6-5 at the time. And then no, I think they were like 5-5, right? No, 5-4. No. I think 5-5 actually. Yeah, they were 5-5 at the time. No, they weren't. They were 4-5. No, they were 5-5. Jesus. Anyway, I'm like, yeah, it's pretty cool. Brianna Stewart, 35. Oh. Ooh, Sabrina just has this weird shooting nights where like she just go shoots garbage, like absolute dog shit. Like today she shot 3 for 16. Man, pass the rock, please. Like she had 19 points, 9 of them were from the line, so she basically gave you 5 points. Sorry, 7 points, and it's like wow, yikes, man. Okay, and the Phoenix Mercury again. Alyssa Thomas. I think I don't know. She was an MVP level candidate last season. I don't think she goes up there anymore. Efficiency is still great though, but I think my front runner for the MVP in the W is Nafisa Coulier. I think maybe Aja as well, because Aja is playing pretty good. Aces Aja ain't that good anymore. And Brianna Stewart, I think, and then Caitlin Clark makes like the top five for me. But yeah, that's my thoughts on the NBA Finals and the WNBA because that shit is gas, bro. And yeah, if you enjoyed the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. Thank you so much for viewing and clicking on the video. But yeah, have a good day, good night, good week, whatever. See you in the next NBA Finals, and God bless.